I'm observing the moon on the comfort of a table and a chair, sitting on a chair, with a tracking small tabletop telescope. This is a Meade ETX 90, I think it's RC or CA or something like that. This is the old version. The mount is the old version, the tube is a new version, I think. I just married them together. And I'm looking at the moon with the tracking on and the teleview panoptic 24mm. It's such a comfortable setup and tracking. Oh, I never had such a joy sitting somewhere after a hard day's work, just listening to my favorite music or podcast and observing the moon. Let's look at the moon now. As you can see, it's tracking the moon. This is the closest thing that I've experienced to a Questar. I have used the Questar when I was very younger in other school, and I have now a Questar filled version, but not the one that has a clock drive. And this one has a clock drive. It's not a go-to, but it's perfect for planetary or the targets that you can actually follow. You find it and then it follows it. And the accuracy of the tracking is depending on the direction to the polar star. So I have just roughly aligned it to the polar star, Polaris, because it's not daylight practically, and it's doing it acceptable. I can hold the camera without much, drifting against the eyepiece. If I could see the Polaris, probably that would be different. And I'm also holding the telescope. The telescope is placed on a very wobbly picnic table, one of these folding ones. And that was the view through the Meade ETX 90 tracking one, not go-to one. I love this tracking one. You can do it in the daylight. You can use it in daylight. So clever, simple and clever. And that's the moon I was looking at. Just probably 1 or 2 days to the first quarter. I'm now using the Skywatcher Nirvana, one of the most comfortable eyepieces I ever have seen. This is a 16mm ones. The 60mm one, which is has an 82 degrees field of view. I'm really pleased with the amount of the details I can see. My hand cannot hold it, the camera against the eyepiece very good. The view visually is much more clear and visible and enjoyable, delightful. And it's quite cold actually. My hand is also holding this against the camera. You can see a slight drift. That's because the polar alignment is not accurate. I roughly pointed it toward the Polaris. And this is the view that I was watching through this eyepiece. One of my best comfortable eyepieces. I've not seen an 82-degree eyepiece so comfortable. I mean, I have Nagler ones. Nagler ones are really difficult to use. They have such a tight eye relief. And when I used the first time, this Nirvana, Skywatcher Nirvana 16 degrees, suddenly the muscles around my eye relieved. It was so comfortable. Structurally, I mean, from the point of view of a structural geology, Taurus litho is very interesting, and but there are more interesting things if you just want to consider pure geology, not just structural geology, like the Apollo 18 landing site that, anyway, it didn't land there. That was in the Aristarchus Plateau. Okay, I found the source of the error in tracking actually. Now I found the source of the tracking error. The correct position is this hole, but by mistake I put it in this hole. So now it is tracking perfect. So this is the hole that you have to put it, at least for me, who I'm in the UK. For other locations it may vary. I have a video which shows that for different locations. There's a document, a very rare document. I found it after searching a lot, and you can use that